a veteran commander, a perennial presidential candidate, and now a key advisor to Iran's supreme leader. Mohsen Rezaei has spent decades at the heart of Iran's power structure, from leading the Revolutionary Guard during the Iran-Iraq War to shaping the country's security strategy today. But despite his influence, one thing has always eluded him: the presidency. Mohsen Rezaei has long been one of the most enduring figures within Iran's political and security establishment. At 71, the veteran commander and conservative politician remains deeply embedded in the country's power structure, now serving as a senior military advisor to Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, amid the escalating confrontation with the United States and Israel. Born in 1954 in the oil town of Masjid Soliman in southwestern Iran, Rezaei comes from the Bakhtiari tribal community. His early political life was shaped by revolutionary activism against the Shah. During the years leading up to the 1979 Islamic Revolution, he joined Islamist guerrilla groups such as Mansurun, which later became part of the emerging revolutionary power structure. Mohsen Rezaei rose rapidly through the ranks of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and in 1981, at just 27, was appointed Commander-in-Chief by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. He led the force for 16 years, overseeing major phases of the Iran-Iraq War before stepping down in 1997 after strategic disagreements within the leadership. During his tenure, the IRGC expanded from a revolutionary militia into a powerful military and political institution. After leaving the military, Rezaei moved into senior political roles, serving as secretary of Iran's Expediency Discernment Council from 1997 to 2021, and later as vice president for economic affairs under President Ebrahim Raisi. Despite his senior positions, Rezaei has repeatedly attempted to win elected office, most notably the presidency. Over the past 2 decades, he has entered multiple presidential races but has never managed to secure victory. He ran in Iran's presidential elections in 2005, 2009, 2013, and again in 2021. Although he consistently positioned himself as a conservative alternative with strong revolutionary credentials, voters never delivered him the presidency. His best result came in 2021, when he finished as runner-up, but still fell short of winning the office. These repeated attempts have turned Rezaei into something of an unusual figure in Iranian politics. While he remains an influential insider within the system, his electoral record tells a different story. In fact, his frequent presidential candidacies have even become the subject of online satire among Iranian social media users. A recurring joke on Persian internet forums suggests that whenever an election takes place anywhere in the world, people will comment that Mohsen Rezaei is also a candidate, a meme referencing his regular appearances on Iranian ballots. Today, Rezaei is once again positioned close to the center of power. As a senior military advisor to Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei, he is expected to play an important role in shaping Iran's strategic response during one of the most volatile periods in the region's recent history. As tensions rise across the Middle East, Iran is sending a direct message to the Muslim world. Ali Larijani, one of Tehran's most influential security figures, is urging Islamic nations to clarify where they stand in the growing confrontation involving Iran, the United States, and Israel. Larijani currently serves as the secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, the body responsible for shaping the country's defense and strategic policy. A veteran political figure, he has previously served as Iran's parliament speaker, nuclear negotiator, and a senior advisor to the supreme leader. In the current crisis, analysts say Larijani has emerged as one of the central figures driving Iran's response to the US and Israel. In recent days, Larijani has also gained significant attention on social media, with his speeches and statements circulating widely across the Middle East. Supporters portray him as a leading voice of Iran's resistance narrative, while critics view his remarks as an attempt to pressure Muslim governments into taking a clearer geopolitical position. On March 16th, Larijani took to his X handle and addressed the Muslim world.
Iran was subjected to a deceptive American Zionist aggression that occurred during negotiations, with the aim of dismantling Iran. This aggression led to the martyrdom of a great leader of the Islamic Revolution and many civilians and military commanders. However, the aggressors faced strong national and Islamic resistance from the Iranian people.
Larijani also criticized what he described as the limited support shown by Muslim-majority states during the confrontation, suggesting that most governments across the Islamic world remained largely silent.
Except in rare cases and limited political positions, no Islamic state stood alongside the Iranian people. Nevertheless, the Iranian people, through their strong will, were able to suppress the aggressor.
The Iranian official also addressed countries hosting American military bases in the Middle East, arguing that Tehran cannot be expected to remain passive if those facilities are used to launch attacks against Iran.
Some countries have gone even further and declared Iran an enemy because it targeted American bases and American and Israeli interests on their territory. Should Iran stand idle while American bases in your countries are used to attack it?
Larijani's remarks come amid growing reports and speculation about the role of several regional powers. Media reports and diplomatic sources suggest that some Gulf states, including Saudi Arabia, may be quietly supporting Western efforts against Iran, largely because of long-standing geopolitical rivalries with Tehran. Officials in those countries have publicly denied such claims. Against this backdrop, Larijani framed the current crisis as a defining moment for the Islamic world and asked Muslim governments to reflect on their strategic position.
Today, the confrontation is between America and Israel on one side and Iran and the forces of resistance on the other. So which side do you stand on?
At the same time, Larijani emphasized that Iran does not seek dominance over the region and instead called for unity among Muslim nations.
The unity of the Islamic Ummah, if achieved with full strength, is capable of guaranteeing security, progress, and independence for all its countries.
As tensions continue to rise, Larijani's message highlights the widening political divide across the Middle East, where governments are increasingly being pushed to define their stance in a rapidly evolving regional confrontation.